If you don't know, Aaron recently went on stream and said he was getting bullied or referenced bullies in clickbait content, which I could only think he's talking about me. So Reality, friend of the show, she had this to say about it.
But now we're all bullies. Anyone who says anything negative about Aaron is a bully. Aaron, you are a cry bully. Do you know what a cry bully is, Aaron? It's somebody who bullies people, but then cries that they're the ones being bullied. Kind of like you bully Deoxy by threatening a lawsuit.
That's a truthful statement.
And Deoxy he didn't have to do it for you, but he did, Aaron. He changed the title for you. That way it wasn't made so people didn't get confused by what Deoxy was saying, right? And Deoxy didn't even have to do that, but he did it anyways to shut you up. Kind of like how you should just release Legend of the White Dragon to shut everybody up. But here we are. And that is why, Aaron, from Bat in the Sun, you are a cry bully.
Ooh, she was cooking right there. So we're talking about Aaron, you know him. First comment, dang, he about to lose his investors' money. There's no way they're going to make all that money back. I just can't imagine it making enough money to break even. We hear so many stories about big Hollywood movies losing money and flopping, and they are on a whole nother level. This is all true. This guy is cooked to a crisp, well done, laughing emojis. He's going to be the only one who's going to make money on this film. His investors might want to investigate what he's been spending the money on. Man, you know, in my job, that used to be my thing. I used to have to follow the money, see where the money is, where people would try to, you know, fraud my company or one way or another if my company had to pay money back. I was the one who they put on the case. But yeah, man, where did all the money go? Maybe he hid the money, right?
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
You never know. A comment on Aaron saying Draken 2-minute video was 55K. It really was 25K, and almost 80% went on the suits in that trailer. And Aaron sitting here saying he paid, I think it was 30K for his suit that took over a year to build. Jesus Christ. Another one. Aaron and him weren't friends that long, and he posts him all the time like they were lifetime partners. He's talking about JDF. He says the movie will be released soon. He's still working on it. And this has been the same for years, all while he's always asking people about what they want to see on a beatdown. Dude, get back to work. You're always on Facebook getting that mad at people for any amount of criticism. Maybe you'd finish faster if you wasn't online arguing with people all the time, Aaron, or asking people what they want to see next, then asking about the same beatdowns for like a year. Like you're turning into George R.R. Martin, who says it's almost done, then never makes any progress. Oh my God. Oh, hey, good guys. Aaron reads all these comments, so like, just keep that in mind when you're commenting. Amazing how much contradictory stuff keeps coming up. Though not surprising that at all, his history and many fans have been peeping the BS for years. Well, any fan who peeps his BS, you're probably going to get blocked. All right. What's done in the dark will come to the light, which it is. I still find it so ironic Kyle ended up working with Johnny Young Bosch, and Amy still cool with both of them. Just like Johnny Young Bosch, Amy even shared her own original film for fans to watch free if you know where to look. I saw her again recently. Both prices haven't even changed since 2018. Line's still long. She doesn't have to milk JDF's name or image or prove her closeness. Yeah, Aaron he's currently on the trying to prove how close him and JDF was and getting other people to say, hey, weren't we in JDF cool, man? Can you talk about that? As if it's self-evident and stated that by JDF himself. She doesn't have to post about him all the time or ask fans if they want to share stuff about him, especially when damning audio and text paint an ugly picture of her. Jesus. Like Kyle said, I wouldn't trust anything not stated by JDF himself. Aaron said, we can't believe everything we see and hear on the internet, specifically trying to double down on the first time about Amy Jo Johnson and JDF being close. Remember when he said they wasn't close? As some excuse for why she wasn't at the funeral, LOL. Which I find hilariously ironic, as we definitely shouldn't, especially when it comes to him at this point. Seeing JDF as say things like greed, greed, greed. Oh my God, that is classic.
Originally, I wanted to do 250,000, but Aaron wanted more. Greed, greed, greed.
When describing this dude, tells us plenty. Got him cursing and ish. Never heard him say any ish about Johnny Young Bosch or Amy. Trust me, now that you said this, Aaron is probably going to be going through and trying to find clips of JDF talking stuff about him. What exactly does Aaron believe is clickbait? I thought the only Dallas fans were delusional. Like when he says like comments are clickbait, it's just to distract you. It's just to diminish me. And sure, do I have to make the names a little, catchy? But yeah, when I talk about stuff smelling like cucumber melon, that was in the information sent to me. When I say it was rejected by Netflix, that was in the information sent to me. I don't know what to tell you. And now we got like even more confirmation that Legend of the White Dragon will not be on Netflix, which I'll talk about later. The worst thing you could do in life is start ranting emotionally. Calling people bullies without proof just makes you look guilty, not innocent. Deflecting with drama instead of facts only adds fuel to the fire. Threats and slander can bite back legally too. And going silent, that speaks volumes. Handle it with receipts, not reactions. God damn. Stay humble is cooking. Going live to rant, play the victim, and throw baseless insults isn't damage control. It's a confession disguised as a meltdown. God damn. God damn. Oh, Aaron, I hope you read this. I hope you read this. This is a good one because I believe Serena Vincent was recently on like his vouch for my friendship with JDF tour on his Instagram live. I met a wonderful Serena Vincent 2023 at Winnipeg Comic Con. Have a picture and autograph from her. She was the main reason I went because I really enjoyed this movie called It Waits that she was a star in. We spoke about that for a good minute. So then I legit asked her about Legend of the White Dragon and when it will come out. And she legit said she didn't know when it was coming out or even if it was. Holy shit. Holy shit. And I was like, what?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
She gave me a look where it was like, like maybe she knew some shady stuff is going on. She said she's sad about it taking so long because she loved JDF. She was absolutely wonderful. Such a treat of a person. Lovely person to meet. I ain't much of a hugger when it comes to meeting celebrities. I try never to touch celebrities aside from the respectful handshake or fist bump, but she was a hugger. She said she enjoyed our brief conversation interaction. Amazing gem of a person. Very warm person. I could only wish her the best in life. Now, when she was on the live stream, if I'm not mistaken, it was like, hey, we want to have you at the premiere. Like Aaron keeps talking about this goddamn premiere where he has no date, no location locked in. He don't got shit. So he's like, oh, I really want you out at the premiere. She's like, oh, sure. When is it? He's like, oh, sometime this year and shit. I'm like, what? Look, we're halfway through the year, Aaron, and you don't have a premiere date locked in. Oh my God. What are you going to do? Announce it. I'm going to announce it in a month for September. All right. Like, bro, like what's the MPA rating of it too, Aaron? That costs money. And it won't be shown on theaters without an MPA rating unless you just like having a special screening that you're going to mask as a premiere. But yeah, she had no idea when the premiere was. He hasn't released a date. So it's stuff like this when you're like an actor, part of the production in the movie, and they're like, yeah, we want to have you at the premiere. Hey, when is it? Sometime this year. Like, bro, how do you know it's sometime this year? Oh, I know. Is it in June? Is it in July? Is it in September? Is it in October? Oh, don't worry about it, Henry. You're just being negative. You're just being negative, man. You're just being so negative to me. All right, anyway. Somebody says, I've been calling out Aaron for years about his BS publicly on his pages. He always has excuses or BS responses, but I've always managed to prove him wrong about whatever it was from cost to stories. And then he just stops responding. Dude's the worst. I'm very happy people are finally coming forward, giving this guy what he deserves. Like, Jesus, man. And OJ, man. All right. Comment extraordinaire. There was one stream. He was just cooking. Aaron sounds like a village bridge troll, charging everyone who wants to build bridges until they burn them down and he has a tantrum. And then someone says, right? Well, he pitched that bridge a long time ago and never got credit when the village built it. Be careful who you trust. And Aaron, he's always talking about credit. I need credit. And obviously people are laughing because that's his OMO. Everyone stole every idea from Aaron, man. From Soul of the Dragon to Amy Jo John. Remember, Amy Jo stole that idea from Jason. Like, bro, who could not imagine Tommy and Kimberly having a kid, bro? Like, come on, man. Like, let's be for real. Let's be for real. Now we have some Kevin Porter love in the chat. Now Kevin Porter is involved. Long before the rest of the OGs from Superpower Beatdown start speaking out against Aaron and his nonsense. And you know me, I am optimistic. Soon they will all speak up. And when that happens, guess ring the bell on Aaron. All right. Then at that point, it's only a matter of time before all comes out in the open. Stuff like this is what destroys reputations. I was wondering what happened to Tatiana. I can't say that name. She may have some inside knowledge on whom this whole thing. She was one of the actors for a long time ago. She possibly could know something nobody else does, but that's a big guess in theoretical. Probably. More Kevin Porter. Hey, I would love Kevin Porter did an interview. We know what he used to be Batman in the Superpower Beatdown. Now we see Jason Font is going to be the next Batman for the next Superpower Beatdown. And I'm like, look, no guarantees, but I'm working on getting a Kevin Porter interview. And trust me, guys, I don't have a Kevin Porter interview. I'm still working on it. Although I did speak to him briefly. Not an interview. Kevin is literally the perfect live action Batman. I'm going to miss seeing him as the character. As much as I don't mind Font being Red Time Force Ranger, but I prefer Kevin Porter as Batman. Another Kevin Batman that gets screwed over by his own studio like Kevin Conroy did with Warner Bros. Damn, man. Damn, you got to wonder, how is the Batman who's been Batman for so long just easily just get replaced? One day you're in, next day you're out. Bat and the Sun would have never gone with another Batman if Kevin was still working with them. Hate to see it. They had their own version of Batman who was better than anyone else. Something must have happened. Kevin loves playing this character. He wouldn't stop working with them for no reason. The truth needs to come out. I think you're onto something. Holy-ish. That video that talked about all the allegations against Aaron. Confirms a lot of stuff from what I heard from a person I met at KatsuCon in 2017. Really? Which part? About the budget, $100 per person, Aaron being a diva behind the set and being late to set a lot. So apparently, if this is true, people are aware of what's going on behind the scenes with Legend of the White Dragon, or Aaron at least. Here's another one. This is the concern about the Kickstarter. Have to look at Kickstarter TOS to see if Aaron is in violation of them. I really honestly don't know, and I didn't have time today to check. Even if it isn't, this is a prime example of if you trust someone's commitment to their project. If you pitch to Warner Brothers or Universal with a movie idea and they give you a budget to proceed with the project, but with restrictions, FYI, you need to finish this project within 2 to 3 years or something like that. Kickstarter is a great way to prove their worth. Hate to use this example, but Terrifier 2, this is the second time you wrote up Terrifier, fully crowdfunded project and completed within the promised timeline from a B-movie director too. Movie went into theaters and got enough praise and got them an even bigger budget for 3 and became another success for horror fans. If these details can make or break a producer or director, whatever, to grow as a serious filmmaker, Aaron is nothing but a content creator pretending to be a movie director. Damn. I wish I was proven wrong more than anything, but doubtful at this point. And yeah, here's the thing, man. As I've been saying, Kyle Higgins is a successful director. Aaron is nothing but a YouTuber, and he will always be that. And this is kind of gives credence to it. But to talk about Warner Brothers, if you haven't saw Sinners, go see a phenomenal movie. was a $90 million budget, and they gave it to the director, Ryan Coogler. And it was more so kind of like, if this movie didn't come out and we don't make whole, you owe us 90 million or something. It was something like that. And he got like an awesome deal. But now it has crossed like 300 million. So studios will hold your ass accountable. They will hold you accountable. But yeah, you have to meet the deadlines, because the studios lock in the release dates way in advance time. They're like, hey, we got this movie coming out. This is the release date. It's not like, hey, it's 2025 in May. The movie's coming out this year. We don't have a release date. It's never like that. So if Aaron can't pull it off with a Kickstarter, the idea of any big studio giving him any type of budget is not happening. He know it. I know it. His dad know it. His friends know it. Anyone who says otherwise is just lying to him. And sometimes you got that friend who's a rapper, and some people just don't have the heart to tell him, like, stop rapping. But there you have it. Aaron versus the comment section. Let's go. Like the video. Share it with a friend. See you next one. Peace.